Tobacco. Tobacco botanical name Nicotiana species. That Nicotiana tobacum Nicotiana rusticum is the famous one. Family Solanaceae, origin Central America. Tobacco is used as narcotic crop used for stimulation. Tobacco it is cultivated as a cash commercial crop. The genus Nicotiana has more than 60 species. Economic importance of tobacco generating huge socio-economic benefits in terms of agriculture employment, farm incomes, revenue generation, and foreign exchange earnings. Tobacco and tobacco products contributes total tax revenue more than 43,000 crores annually. Tobacco belongs to the family Solanaceae. It is a herbaceous annual crop grown for its leaves. Roots, it has central taproot system. Leaves vary in number, shape, structure. In general, the texture of leaves of Nicotiana tabacum is finer than Nicotiana rustica, which more or less leathery and tough. Inflorescence raceme. Tobacco inflorescence raceme. Tobacco is normally a self-pollinated crop, but cross-fertilization as much as 4 to 10% may occur from pollen carried by insects. The seeds of tobacco are extremely small. A single fruit may contain as many as 8,000 seeds. Soil and climate. Soil requirement. Quality of tobacco is influenced by the soil conditions. Light to medium loamy soils are required. Tobacco does not tolerate waterlogged soil. It requires well drained soil cultivated in moderately acidic soil. pH range from 5.5 to 6.5. Climatic requirement. Tobacco is a tropical crop. Tobacco it is grown in subtropical and temperate regions too. Tobacco needs 500 to 1000 mm rainfall. An optimum temperature for germination of tobacco is 28 degrees Celsius. Temperature above 35 degrees Celsius and cold weather and low temperature affects quality of tobacco. Relative humidity of tobacco is 85 to 95%. Preparation of the field. A clean and well pulverized seed bed of fine tilth is needed. Land should be well prepared by ploughing, followed by 3 to 4 cross harrowing. Each harrowing should be followed by planking so that soil is well pulverized and leveled. Add 10 to 12 tons of farmyard manure (FIM) compost per hectare in the soil at the time of last harrowing. Seed and sowing. Method of sowing is transplanting, raising of seedlings in nursery. Tobacco seeds are very small, 0.08 to 0.09 milligrams per seed weight, and cannot be sown directly in the field. The soil selected for raising seedlings should be sandy loamy and clay loamy. Seedlings are raised in the nursery beds 10 to 15 centimeters high. During land preparation for nursery beds, FIM are composed for each bed 3 into 1.2 meter square size. Apply 125 grams of ammonium sulfate of potash and 50 grams of thiamate 1 day prior of sowing. Transplanting. Time of transplanting is varies from place to place. Keeping in this view the varieties to be planted, soil and climatic conditions. Maharashtra, BD tobacco, second week of August. North India, mid-September to mid-October. Andhra Pradesh, cigarette tobacco, mid-December, mid-October. Method of transplanting. The position of plants is marked by marking rope in cross direction. A few hours before transplanting, the nursery beds are watered to loosen the soil and to help easy removal of seedlings. Big and vigorous seedlings are uprooted with the help of kurpi. Soil will remain adhering to the roots. The seedlings are kept in moist gunny bags. Planting is usually done by hand. Seedlings are set carefully in holes dug 10 to 15 centimeters deep by kurpi without bending the roots. Method of transplanting method pressed by hand. Heavy soils. 100 to 100 centimeters square, 10,000 plants per hectare required. Medium size 100 into 75 centimeters, 13,333 plants per hectare is required. Light size 100 into 50 centimeters, 2,000 plants, 20,000 plants per hectare is required. Varieties of tobacco. There is a local and commercial varieties are grown in the various tobacco producing areas under Nicotiana tobacco and rustica. Improved varieties evolved at Central Tobacco Research Institute, Rajahmundry, Andhra Pradesh. Liquid Virginia Secret Tobacco, Artisan Special Chatham, Virginia Gold Hickeys, Kanakapatra, White Gold, Danadai, BD, K20, S20, Anand 2, Anand 3, Anand 23, Anand 119, GT4 are the BD varieties. Cigar wrapper for wrapper cigar S5, Rangapur Sumitra. Cigar filter 10, Havana, KV1, KV2 are the better varieties. Chirot, OK1, Bhavani Special, DR1 are the tobacco chirrut. Chewing, Bhagyalakshmi, PV7, VR2, Sona, Gandak Bahar, Rukka, DD 413, 414, 415, 417, DP 401, R12 are the varieties of tobacco. Manures and fertilizers. Quality in tobacco, particularly in the smoking types, depends upon the balance of nutrients in the leaf. Heavy application of nitrogen increases the yield, but it has adverse effect on the quality. With the excess in supply, the carbon-nitrogen ratio gets reduced. Cigar, etc. better quality leaves are obtained from partially starved plants. Phosphorus requirement of tobacco is comparatively low. Potassium is an important element, particularly for smoking tobacco. Potash imparts a good burning capacity. Potash should never be supplied through potassium chloride. Due to chloride or chlorine in tobacco leaves, quality decreases due to chlorine content in potassium chloride. Calcium decreases the thickness of leaves and increases the crop yield. Magnesium deficiency of chlorosis is developed in leaves, which is known as sand drown. Due to boron deficiency, lower leaves become thick. Recommended dose of fertilizer for cigarettes 80 is to 60 is to 30. 80 NPK ratios. These are 80 NPR 60 30 K. BD 160 80 30. Hookah 150 80 40. NPK per unit hectare area. Water management. Tobacco crop does not tolerate to waterlogging. It needs light and frequent irrigation. Too much irrigation produces sickle leaf with a dirty color. 6 to 7 irrigations are required. Irrigation water should be free from chlorides as it affects burning quality of tobacco. More than 50 ppm chloride content in irrigation water inhibit leaf burning, reduce leaf storage capacity. Interculturing, gap filling. The tobacco plants gets established in about 10 days after transplanting. The gap filling operation should be completed as early as possible to have uniform stand of crop, owing and weeding. Tobacco is very susceptible to waterlogging. It requires good aeration. First intercultural operation should start 10 to 15 days after transplanting. Usually 2 to 3 owing and 2 to 3 hand weedings are given. Topping and desuckering in tobacco. Removal of terminal bud with or without some of the two small leaves just before or after emergence of flower head is called topping in tobacco. A week after topping, dormancy buds in the leaf axils becomes active and put forth branches technically known as suckers. A week after topping, dormancy buds in the leaf axils become active and put forth branches, technically known as suckers. These are also removed by before they exceed 5 cm in length. This is known as desuckering. Harvesting and yield. The stage of maturity and the methods of harvesting differ with the type of tobacco. Tobacco plant starts maturing 5 to 8 weeks after topping. Signs of maturity. When the normal green color changes to yellowish green or slightly yellow, leaves droop down and our leaves are become brittle, thick, spotted, sticky, or gummy in nature. At that time are the signs of maturity. We need to harvest. Methods of harvesting. Priming. Harvesting is done by removing a few leaves and when they mature is known as priming. This method of harvesting is called priming. Generally 2 to 3 bottom leaves are harvested at week interval. Entire harvesting is completed in about 5 to 6 priming. Priming is nothing but harvesting by removing few leaves when they mature. Bottom 2 to 3 leaves when they mature. You need to harvest at week interval. This condition is called priming. Entire priming is completed in 5 to 6 times. Then only entire harvesting of tobacco is completed. Stalk cut method. In this method, the entire plant is cut close to the ground with the sickle and left overnight in the field for wilting. Yield BD tobacco 10 to 12 quintals per hectare and rain-fed BD tobacco is 15 to 20 quintals per hectare. Cheroot and chewing type 14 to 15 quintals per hectare. Cigarette 7 to 8 quintals per hectare is the average yield. Thanking you, friends. Have a nice day. Jai Hind.